Right, we are live. Happy Labor Day, everybody. I honestly didn't even realize that it was Labor Day because, like, when you start working for yourself, you don't even realize like when holidays happen anymore. You got to like be mindful for like your employees, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Or what day it is, right?
Exactly. Like I honestly lose track other than like my calendar, but it's like when you start designing your lifestyle, like the days don't really matter anymore. It's just like a Saturday to me is the same as a Tuesday. It's kind of irrelevant, honestly. Like it doesn't really matter. Other than once my son starts school again tomorrow, like I I honestly have no bearing on it. But anyway, man, how was your weekend? How was Labor Day?
It was great. Anniversary yesterday, first year anniversary with my wife, and then also my little sister got engaged on Saturday as well. So awesome
Nice.
weekend. Awesome weekend.
I love it. I love it. That's
Properties
awesome.
were all booked, making a ton of money this weekend, and one little mishap with one of the properties that we were talking about earlier, but it's just the way those things goes. We took care of it pretty quickly, so got a happy guest in there now.
I love it. I love it. Well, I know it's Labor Day, so I don't know how many people are going to tune in. I see a couple of people trickling in now, but we're about to go ham on people today. So I suggest people take some notes. And if you're catching the replay, this is going to be one that you're going to want to watch over and over again because this stuff will literally change your life. And I'll do my best to keep it high level enough so that people can grasp it, even if they haven't gone deep with personal development. But this is the stuff that has completely changed my life, like completely. Um, so how do you want to frame this up? Where do you want me to start with this? I know Chad asked for it and you were pumped for it. I took a bunch of notes for this one, went back, reviewed a bunch of my stuff to try and I'll be doodling today. We're going to pull up the whiteboard for sure, but
Yeah, yeah. I'll try and bring people bring people back to my level as well, because I know you've been studying this stuff for the last what 6 7 years now.
yeah.
I'm still in year two that we've been working on this type of stuff, but it's just learning how your mind works, how your conscious mind works, like what we're doing, what we're saying right now, and how your subconscious mind works, which is just the habits, so that's kind of how I'll frame it up. I know you're going to dive into it more, but the topic for today is the subconscious mind versus the conscious mind and how it pulls you in different directions. So let's get
Yeah.
into it.
The one thing I'll say to kind of frame this up is you become what you think about, right? And so I was doing some research. It varies, but the average human has somewhere between 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. 98% of those are the same as the day before. So just keep that in mind. So there's 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. 98% are the same as the day before. So if you want to start changing your life, you have to start taking more conscious effort to change the thoughts that are going through your mind. Because if we become what we think about, we got to start being careful about what we think about. All right. So I'm going to pull up the whiteboard here. So we'll just get right into it. So bear with me for a second while I just doodle out some stuff here. Okay. So, and again, this is all stuff that was taught to me by people that have been studying this stuff even longer than I have. So the great thing about truths and success is I'm not inventing anything new. I'm just learning from people that are a lot further ahead than I am. So this is you. Okay. So up here on this top half, you've got your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind. And down here, you've got your subconscious mind, which is your emotional mind. Now, what tends to happen is we have a goal, right? We have this goal in our conscious mind. I want to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, whatever it is. And that goes into your conscious mind. Okay. Now the problem is we have these little things down here in our subconscious called paradigms or limiting beliefs or whatever you want to call them. This is like your identity down in here. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I just want to reiterate something. So we've all had that experience where you're driving a car, maybe you're going to work, you're going home, you're going somewhere, and then you get to your destination, you're like, wow, I don't even remember driving here. You were literally just on autopilot all the time. And that's how 95% of our day goes. We get in these routines, these habits, these rituals, and just go through the motions every single day. Now, those rituals are dictated down here by our paradigms. Okay. Now, this paradigm, these limiting beliefs, these paradigms, this identity is everything. So if you want to start going from 4,000 a month to 12,000 a month, or from 10,000 a month to 100,000 a month, you need to get that in here. Okay. We need to smash out these paradigms and create new ones. All right. So let's just say in this case, it's 20K a month is your goal with short-term rentals. Okay. You need to get that sucker down in here. Now there's a couple ways to do that. Okay. One is an extreme emotional event. If you've ever been to Tony Robbins stuff, he talks about this, triple E's, extreme emotional events. So something happens, you know, a parent dies, a child dies, you know, you get in a crazy car accident, you have some near-death experience that completely rattles your entire being and your belief systems, and it just jumpstarts you into a restart. That is one way to do it. The other way is just through repetition. Okay. So we all know that we have these senses, right? Sight, smell, taste, touch. I feel like I'm missing one. Hearing. Like those are our exterior senses, but you also have 6 higher faculties. I'm just pulling up my notes because I want to make sure I'm not going to miss any here. You've got your 6 higher faculties. You've got perception, reason, imagination, memory, will, and intuition. Okay. Now, the only thing that is going to do battle with a paradigm is a burning desire for something. Okay. Napoleon Hill talks about this in Think and Grow Rich. You have to have a burning desire in order to do battle with a paradigm. This is the only thing that will smash this. And to do that, to get that in here, you use imagination and you use your will. So your imagination is everything. That's why we're always talking about visualizing, writing your goals, doing all these things to see it in your mind so that it is crystal clear. And then you use your will to act on that information until it becomes a habit, until it becomes your routine, until it becomes your new identity. So the habits that I have in place now are completely different than the habits and the rituals that I had in place 5 years ago. The way I think is completely different now. The way I perceive myself is completely different now because I've gotten these goals down into my subconscious, which changes the way I think. And when I change the way I think, I change who I become. Okay. But if it's only up here in your conscious mind, it's not going to matter because we run on autopilot 95% of the time. So if you keep telling yourself, hey, I want to lose weight, but at 7 o'clock at night, the TV comes on and you reach for that bag of chips or that ice cream or whatever, that's a habit. That's part of your identity. But if I viewed myself as an athlete or as somebody with 8% body fat or whatever, I'm like, no. You know, if you ask somebody that has never smoked, hey, are you a smoker? And they say, no, absolutely not. You want a cigarette? No, absolutely not. They're just like, no, like I don't even want to touch that. Right. If you ask somebody that's quitting smoking, are you a smoker? If they say no and they recoil, it's getting into their subconscious. But if they come up with some, well, I used to, I'm in recovery, like all these different things, like it hasn't landed yet in their subconscious mind. You have to shift this identity. So this is your thinking mind. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. This is your emotional mind. So when we're imagining stuff, so let's just say it's the $20,000 a month with short-term rentals to make this relevant for you guys. Okay. You want to start visualizing every morning, writing out your goals. I'm so happy and grateful now that my short-term rental business is generating 20,000 a month. That's the first point, but then you want to see it. So what are you going to do when you have it? How does that make you feel? What is your gratitude level? What are you doing on a daily basis? Who are you helping? What does your bank account look like? You want to start seeing these things and feeling it. The feeling, when you get that clear mental image, that's what starts to lock it in here, because this is the emotional mind. So you need the emotion behind it. If it's just the thinking mind, it stays up here. It has to get emotional and down in here. That is what will change everything. But it takes repetition over and over and over and over again. And people ask me, like, how long does it take? I don't know. I can manifest stuff pretty quickly now, like very, very quickly. But when you're starting out, it might take you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is. But you just need to stick with it. But you need to believe. And this imagination, that's what gets it into here. You'll know when it's working when the results start coming. The results will start coming. And then it's on you to continue ingraining this belief in here to go to that next level and the next level. Because I'm telling you, I promise you this. If this doesn't get in here, you may have a month that you do 20K, but then you're going to fall off again and you're going to cool yourself back down to 5 or 10K or whatever you're at right now. When it's in here, this is consistency. This is consistency. And then it just goes up from here. Then the next goal might be 50K. It might be 100K. It might be 250K. But when it lands in here, it's going to start happening. A lot of people talk about personal development and all these different things. And it's great. But if the results don't show, it's irrelevant. It's just information. It gives you a dopamine hit. But if you're not getting the results, who gives a shit? What are we doing here? I'm here to help you get results. And if you want results, this is what you need to do. Because I promise you, I can teach you exactly step by step by step how to run a massively successful short-term rental business. But if you don't get this in here in your subconscious that you are now a $20,000 a month or $50,000 a month or whatever your goal is, if that's not in here, if that's not your new identity, it's not going to last. It will not last. So a little piece of advice to make it real for you: start doing this every single day and start hanging out with people that are at this level or above. Because it's going to prove to you that if other people can do it, why the hell can't I do it? Right? I keep using the golfing analogy because that's where I'm weak right now. I went golfing with a guy this morning who is a scratch golfer, which means he's lights out. And for the first 4 holes, I kept up with him. Like, we were even. And then that old identity kicked in. He made one little comment like, are you sure that's your actual handicap? And then it all bombed off because I went back to that old identity. And then after the round, I was like, what are you doing? Like, I had a taste of it, but I couldn't sustain it because it's still not in here yet. He's like, you got a great swing. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm like, I'll tell you what happened. It's my old identity came back out. That's what happened. So for you, you just got to ingrain this over and over again. You need to find a clear mental picture. That's why vision boards are so popular, because if you do it, if that works for you, you're seeing that clear mental image. You're seeing that. And then what's going to happen when it gets in here, it's going to kick into some intuition. Your gut is going to start telling you to do different things. Oh, hey, you should go to this meetup. Oh, hey, you should go meet with this person. Hey, you should put an offer in on that property, even though realistically, you never think you're going to get it. But if you start acting on this intuition, that's where the magic happens. And this is where the whole work harder goes out the window and you just start working smarter because you're working off your intuition, because you already told your subconscious mind, this is what I want. And then your subconscious is going to tell you, hey, man, here's what you need to do. Go do this, this, and this. And then it's on you to take action on it. And that's where the scary part is. That's the scary part, because if your gut is telling you that you need to do something and you're afraid of it, it means you need to do it. And I see so many people in the coaching programs that will come to me and they'll be like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Of course you're ready. You have all the information you need. You're just scared. So you need to start embracing this. So ask yourself, what does $20,000 a month John do? How does $20,000 a month Jane operate? How does she make decisions? Who's she hanging out with? Would she do this deal? Would she move forward? Would she be confident talking to this investor? And when you start acting like that person, because you've got it in here, you know who that person is, that's when the results come from. But you have to get it in here first, because it changes your identity. It changes your standards. It changes how you operate. So I hang around with people that are at a much higher level than me. And I'm just like, okay, in my mind, I'm at that level already. So here's how I make decisions. Here's how I do this. Here's how much money I'll invest here. Oh, you got a charity? Cool. Count me in for $1,000. Whatever, like things that are outside the comfort zone, or that used to be outside my comfort zone. That's my new standard, right? Like in the past, I'd always do like a fundraiser for this organization on my birthday. Now I'm like, okay, cool. How does $10 million Mike operate? Cool. He's going to match every single donation in there. Cool. So that's what I did. I posted it. If you guys saw it, my birthday's this week. I'm like, I will match dollar for dollar every donation, because that's what the next level Mike would do. Like, just start thinking of who is the person that I want to be. But then the scary part is you got to start acting like that person. What types of investments do they make? What types of deals do they get into? What types of coaching programs are they getting into? Who are they hanging out with? And if it makes you uncomfortable, that's good. It means that you're growing. There's no growth in comfortability, but you have to get it in here. You have to get it into your subconscious. That's why this is so, so powerful. And most people will never learn this information, and even fewer people will actually understand it and implement it. But I promise you, this is where your dream life exists. If you are serious and you really want to change your life and design a life that you are like over the moon about, this is how you do it. You use your imagination, you get it in here every single day, you use your will to act on the intuitions that come to you, and you just keep moving forward every single day, especially when you're scared, especially when you're uncomfortable. That's why I have that sign over here. Stop chasing your comfort zone. Stop it, because it will keep you where you are. You have to be willing to get outside your comfort zone. So again, conscious mind, this is your thinking mind. So this is when you're thinking about, all right, I want that $20,000 goal. But if your results aren't showing it, it's because you haven't created emotion around it. That's why for anybody that's applied to the mastermind and gotten on a call with me or Mike, I always ask you, okay, that's great. If I wave my magic wand and you're at $20,000 a month right now, what does your life look like? And 99.999% of the people I talk to, it's literally like maybe 1 out of every 100 actually have a clear mental image of what life they're going to have. Not just, oh, I'm going to travel. Oh, I'm going to spend more time with family. That's too generic. Where are you going to go? Where's your first trip? Okay, cool. Let's get it on the calendar. Like, put some concrete, actual things in there. What time are you waking up? How many days a week are you working out? What kind of workouts you doing? What are you doing with your family? How much money are you investing? How much are you donating? How does that make you feel? You need to have that clear image. Like, get it in there. Take some time and think about it. I can't remember if it was Napoleon Hill or Earl Nightingale that said that, you know, thinking is the hardest work that we do, so we avoid it. And if you're honest with yourself, all it would take would 15, maybe 30 minutes a day. People are like, 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day to change your whole life. 30 minutes a day to change your whole life. If you don't want it that bad, then you don't have the burning desire yet. It starts with this, because this is the only thing that is going to push you to get this in here and get rid of that paradigm and rewrite it to the new one.
There's that saying, that old saying of, I'll believe it when I see it. And
it's ass backwards. You got to see it in your mind first. I'm telling you, like, you got to act. Most people think, I grew up Catholic. Religion is irrelevant, but I just want to use this analogy. Okay. So I grew up Catholic, and I have nothing against Catholics. Whatever your religious beliefs are, irrelevant. But I grew up you'd pray to God and maybe, hopefully, you'd get whatever you were asking for if you were good enough or whatever. But it always just felt like a wish and a hope. I'm going to tell you, you can tell God, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, whatever you want to call it, you can direct it to, this is what I want, now give it to me. And it will deliver it every single time. You just have to start acting on it when your higher power starts laying out the plan for you. Here's an opportunity. Oh, I guess Mike doesn't really want it because he turned down that opportunity. And that's how you start cooling it back down. But I promise you, if you tell your higher power, this is what I want, you will get it. But you have to start acting on that faith first, right? There was I should know this because I went to Catholic school for 12 years, but there was some story about Moses in the desert. And he's like, all right, God's going to give us rain. And the people are like, well, where's the rain? And he's like, well, you didn't dig the trenches. And they're like, yeah, there's no rain. He's like, if you knew that there was going to be rain, wouldn't you dig some trenches? So go dig the damn trenches. But most people wait for the sign instead of taking the action to get the sign.
Right. You have to see it. You have to see it. This is so timely for me too. Because if you haven't seen it enough, you think it's not possible. If you think it's not possible, you're going to come up with all these limiting beliefs, all these fears, all these reasons why it's not possible. But if you see it enough, whether that's through like literally sitting down, closing your eyes and like seeing it, and that's what I'm focusing on right now for our next step is like, all right, what am I doing like every day? What am I doing in the morning? Who am I working with? Who am I hanging out with? What am I doing like to the minute? Visualizing that and seeing it. I haven't seen it enough. I know it's possible, but now I'm trying to see it so that I can go do it. Or you can just hang out with other people that have already done what you want to do. So you just go see it. Whatever that goal is, whether it's a fitness goal or a financial goal or a life goal or a charity goal, like there's two different ways to see it. It's not, I'll believe it when I see it. It's like I see it and I already believe it. So you have to see it first and imagine it and then do it daily, do it enough to that it becomes a habit in your subconscious.
100%. You have to, I was reading an excerpt from this guy, Thomas Troward, and he was talking about the Wright brothers who invented the plane, and they kept crashing it, and people were talking all this shit about them. And he was like, don't worry about it. It was two brothers. He's like, brother, don't worry about it. I can see us flying in this amazing machine and it's effortless and smooth, right? And he saw it in his mind first. So you have to see it in your head first. That is the catalyst for everything else. If you see it in here, if you see it and you feel it in here, you are a creative being. You see it in here and then you manifest it out into the visible world. Look at any invention out there. Look at this, the iPhone. Steve Jobs had the vision in his head and then it became a reality. You just have to believe it. You're no different than anybody else. We all come from different backgrounds, different circumstances, different trials and tribulations. Stop using that shit as an excuse. I see it so much in society. It's a joke. You're taking responsibility away from yourself. I get it. We've all had ups and downs. Crazy shit's happened to us. It is what it is. But it's on you to determine what you're going to do with it. Okay? Go look at somebody like Oprah Winfrey. Read her biography. Like, listen to her backstory. It was savage what that woman went through. And look at where she's at now. So you can turn your opportunities and your experiences into weaknesses, or you can use them to fuel you to greatness. But you got to make a choice. And that excuse stuff, I don't let that fly in my house. There's zero excuses in my house. Like, you come into my world, there's no such thing as an excuse. There might be a missed opportunity, there might be a mistake, but we own it, we learn from it, and we move forward. But there's no pointing fingers, there's no blaming, there's none of that crap. Like, get that out. I control my life. I control my destiny. If I screw up, then it's on me. It's not his fault or her fault or the government's fault or this person's fault. That's bullshit. That's victim mentality. You will never be successful with victim mentality. So if you want to change, own it. And then do these things. Read the books you need to read. Implement the things you need to do. Honestly, If you just did this, if you just wrote out this goal and visualized it every single day for 90 days, I challenge you. If you do this, just put in the comments every single day, post a picture of your journal, because I have people text it to me all the time, but you want some accountability, post it in this group. Here's a picture of your journal with your goal every single day and just put visualized. But just be honest with yourself. Just do it. And get an accountability partner. Like, I'm in a high-level mastermind. It's about $30,000 a year. If I don't do this every single day and text it to my group, I get booted out. That's high-level accountability, right? Because I know that this will change my life and it will change your life. And I will keep going up and up and up and up over and over again. And will there be tough days? Of course. If you think it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows, you got another thing coming. But I promise you, it's worth it. My life right now is ridiculous. And the life that I'm seeing for myself is ridiculous. And I'm going to have it because I see it over and over and over again. And I keep acting even when I'm afraid, even when I'm uncomfortable, because I know that's where the next opportunity is going to come. So hopefully this landed for you guys. I know I threw a lot at you. Hopefully this visual piece here helped kind of bring it all together. But Mike, I don't know if we have any other questions in the group.
I don't see any right now. This was awesome because it's so true. Whether that's a short-term rental business or just you want to make better relationships in your life or can reconnect with your family or create another business or get better at your W-2 job, or it's just, this is the stuff that's going to take it to the next level. You can read all different type of technical, tactical tips and tricks on how to run a good business or how to become a better father or a better brother. But this is the stuff that makes the biggest difference. It's like a secret, but the secret is it's got to be done consistently every day. So
100%. This is a lifelong thing. This isn't like, oh, I'm just going to tick the box and be done with it. This is something that you stay at it consistently every single day and just watch how it changes your life. I'm telling you, if you guys knew me 6 years ago, you'd be like, who is this guy? Like, I am not even close to the same person. That guy was a shadow of who I am now. Like, not even close. But it's because I keep doing this stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Right? It's not a race. It's just, you have to stay consistent with it. So you got a few people in here. Let me know if you guys have questions before we wrap it up, but hopefully you guys found this helpful. Again, it's a little deep for most people when it comes to like personal development stuff, but I promise you, this is like the key to unlocking. A lot of people talk about The Secret and, law of attraction, all this stuff. This is how it actually works. Most people that talk about the law of attraction, they're just talking. They honestly don't know how it works. They don't. And I could go for another 2 hours going even deeper on everything else that entails with that, but this is a solid foundation for you guys.
Yeah, I think that's something we'll do in the future.
All right, I'm not seeing any questions.
No. Well, let's wrap it up. I'm going to send this to a lot of people. I know that. Send it to everybody in the accelerator group. We'll definitely post it in the mastermind group too. Hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. We don't have a topic for next week. So if you guys have some topics, throw it in here. Focus on the Mindset Monday. And we got Tuesdays with Mike and Mike. So focus on short-term rentals tomorrow. I don't know what the topic is yet, but I'll post it in the group tomorrow before we get in there. So
awesome. Well, as always, Mike, appreciate you, buddy.
You too.
Everybody else, thank you for tuning in. Happy Labor Day. Hope you guys have an awesome week. And we'll see you guys tomorrow back here in the Short-Term Rental Secrets Facebook group for Tuesdays with Mike and Mike. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.